Good morning and welcome back to the Livingston Parish News Morning Show. My name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news. Appreciate you joining us this morning. If you're watching this live, thanks for that. Please also remember that we upload these shows to www.livingstonparishnews.com/podcast. You can catch back up, check them out whenever you feel like. I know some people watch in the morning, some people watch in the evening. We appreciate it all the same. It's a little rainy this morning, looking at some heavy delays starting at there it is, 4-H Club Road, backed up almost to Juban now on I-12 westbound, causing delays at 4-H Club Road, River Road, and 190 in Denham Springs. Minor delays on 64, not looking too bad going into Central. However, you take a left there on Greenville Springs, you're going to hit some heavy traffic. It's currently 47 degrees. Already mentioned it is a little rainy. Going to have some on and off rain today. Only going to get up to 53 degrees, so it's going to be a cool one today with a 36 overnight low. So touching in on that freezing temperature, so please remember, especially if it's still wet this evening, try to keep those pets inside. It's going to be a little cold outside. Tonight, the parish council, that might be the fastest I've ever rolled through all that. Tonight, the parish council is going to have a lot on the agenda. There's going to be a lot going on. We're going to try one more time, as we discussed yesterday, for a chair and co-chair. So that'll kick the meeting off. Also going to be discussing meeting times. In the past, the parish council has met at 7. They recently, as of this council, moved that up to 6:30. Now they're discussing 6. Parish President Leighton Ricks asked the council to consider moving it up to 6 p.m. For his department heads, who usually just have to sit around after work and wait to make their reports to the council, asking if they can move it up so they don't have to wait as long. Concern was brought up, especially from Parish Councilman Jeff Ard, about the timing of it and how close it is to work. Can citizens make it to the meeting? Some other meeting times in the area, just to kind of give you a frame of reference. The school board still meets at 7. City of Denham Springs and City of Walker both meet at 6. So the parish council kind of cut it in the middle. They're going to be discussing that. The 8 members who were there at the last meeting all eventually kind of seemed like, okay, we'll vote on it. Shane Mack was not there. However, Mr. Mack does work in the plants. He's a supervisor, so a little trouble making it to some ordinance committee meetings this past year in 2019 because he couldn't get to the parish council on time. Now, of course, he made the regular meeting on time, so it'll be interesting to see how that works out for a couple of these guys who work in the plants. Can they make it on time? Maybe take off early from work that day, something like that. But they will be voting on whether or not to move the meeting to 6 p.m. start time to try to get it rolling. Have had a lot over the past probably 4 or 5 months, 2 to 3 hour meetings. So that was another movement, or another reason for the movement toward pushing these to a different time. There's also going to be some discussion about procurement. This came up 2 meetings ago. First meeting in January, talking about a couple of grant awards and matrices that came up and how the voting went. Parish Councilman Gary Frog Talbert of District 2 kind of led that charge. He's going to be interested in creating a committee or a subcommittee of the council that will look at procurement and will do scoring for grant awards and that kind of thing. He will be bringing that back up tonight for discussion. So it's going to be interesting to see where that discussion goes, because a lot of those grants are scored through the Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Development here in Livingston Parish, that's headed by Mark Harrell. Both Mark Harrell and Parish President Leighton Ricks are expected to be at the meeting due to the vote on the meeting time, as well as some items on the agenda that are relevant to the Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness. LOSEP is what it's called, so I guess I'll just call it that so I don't have to keep repeating that. It's a very long name. So anyway, it's going to be those are just some of the highlights. There's going to be some board appointments and that kind of thing. It's going to be a pretty packed meeting tonight. Still starts at 6:30 in the Parish Council chambers in Livingston. School board also meets tonight at 7. Relatively light agenda compared to the Parish Council. They will be looking to refinance. Tells you what I'm thinking about. They will be looking to refinance the bonds that were used to build Live Oak High School, looking for there's a potential for a better interest rate, which should lower their payment. It's going to save the school district money. They'll be discussing that tonight. We'll probably reissue those bonds at a lower interest rate again to try to save some money. Talking about sports, there's scores all over our website. Of course, we sat down with Mr. Blaine Westmoreland, Coach Westmoreland, yesterday, did a podcast yesterday afternoon. You can check that out, www.livingstonparishnews.com/podcast, talking to him about where Live Oak's going in a post-Brett Beard world now that it is the Blaine Westmoreland world. He is the head coach. Looks like he had a pretty good conversation with a lot of his players. Looking forward to getting into that spring practice. He's clearly a planner, knows what's coming. It's going to be, I don't think Live Oak's going to miss a beat. However, moving down the road to Denham Springs, finally got over that hump. The Yellow Jackets won their district this year. They are district champions and earned a number 2 seed in the playoffs, so congratulations to them. Brian Thomas delivered for Walker, heading east over to the Walker gym. They had a home game against U High. Many of you might have watched the podcast William Weathers and I did with Coach Anthony Skiro. This was one of their big challenges of the season. They've got 2 in a row, both at home. Won their first one last night when they beat U High 72-69. Brian Thomas actually came up with a big block right there at the end of the game. Outlet pass. Guy scores a layup. They go up by 3, win the game. So congratulations to Walker on winning that first big game. Scotlandville coming up this Friday at home to open up district. Tristan Dewey and Caden Berard both signed yesterday. Yesterday was National Signing Day. Southeastern had a couple of local guys come through to bolster their ranks. But this was an interesting one because they both played together at Denham Springs, and they are signing at rival colleges in Mississippi. Tristan Dewey is going to Mississippi College, while Caden Berard is going to Delta State. So they'll continue to play football together in a way, as they will continue to play each other as they go into as they go into the college ranks. Going back up north, we're just kind of doing a little triangle here. At Live Oak, kicker Cole Crenshaw signed with Arkansas Monticello. So congratulations to those gentlemen for signing at the next level. Hope you enjoy it. My knees still regret it. The annual Bryce Harris Memorial Golf Tournament will be March 21st at Greystone. This is sort of in remembrance of Bryce Harris, who was a multi-sport athlete, very much a Denham Springs guy, Denham Springs kid. Died in a single vehicle accident, and his family continues to host this fundraiser as a way to bring awareness to certain things and to raise money for an endowment. Again, that'll be March 21st at Greystone. Registration is open. You can read more about the tournament at www.livingstonparishnews.com/living. Also, 21 awards for beta clubs around Livingston Parish. The awards ceremony was just a few weeks ago over the weekend, and here's how it broke down for a total of, 8, 13, 16, 19, 21 total awards around the parish. Holden comes in with 5, French Settlement 4, Albany 4, Live Oak High School, now that's French Settlement High, Albany High School, Live Oak High School 3, Walker Freshman High 3, Maurepas 1, and Walker High School 1. So congratulations to those schools on those Beta Club awards. Again, that was 21 awards spread out throughout the parish, won by individual schools. Congratulations to them. One last time with your traffic, please remember it is a little rainy this morning, so of course people are driving a little slower. You're looking at heavy delays starting at 4H Club Road on I-12 westbound, backed up all the way almost to Jubin. That's causing delays at 4H Club Road, 190, and River Road on the eastern side of Denham Springs as folks try to get out that way. Minor delays on 64 heading into Central, but heavy delays on Greenville Springs if you take a left there. There, of course, is some traffic in and around the high schools, but at this point in the day, that has started to dissipate, so you don't have to worry about that as much. But, of course, that means those folks are going to be getting up and on the road and heading to work. Of course, your weather today, 47 degrees currently and rainy. 53 degrees is going to be your high. It's not going to get much warmer than this, and you're looking at a 36-degree overnight low, so it is going to get chilly overnight. Please remember, if it remains wet, try to protect those pets because it's going to be a nasty, nasty evening. One last time. My name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news. Appreciate you joining us this morning for the Livingston Parish News Morning Show. Please remember we're on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. We are once a week in print. We are also online, www.livingstonparishnews.com. We have an app to go with that. We also, of course, do a podcast. We had one yesterday with Mr. Blaine Westmoreland. Of course, Mr. David Gray did one right after with the ladies from Mighty Moms, so you can check those out. www.livingstonparishnews.com/podcast. There's also a link there to check out all of these morning shows. If you ever miss one, if you go on vacation, don't really want to listen to me on vacation, I don't blame you. You can always come back, catch back up, or watch us. We do have our YouTube channel. We upload videos of all those podcasts and all these morning shows to that channel if you ever want to check those out later. Again, my name is McHugh David. Thanks for joining us this morning. Please stay dry this morning. Please stay warm, and we will check you out tomorrow to let you know exactly what happened at the Parish Council.